Yeah, what's going on, guys? We're live. Bush will just be a second. And what's going on, guys? Fantasy Stock Exchange here. Another Sunday morning live stream, as always. 3 live streams a week to help you guys win your fantasy football championships. But when Bush comes back, we'll kind of get started. Probably be a couple seconds. But yeah, leave some questions for now. Maybe I can help you out as well. I mean, there's 0 people watching, so Bush should be back in time for when people tune in.
I'm good.
Yeah, there you go. Getting the eggs ready, eh?
Yeah.
Don't kill me. But yeah, I was just telling them live again, 3 times a week, as always. But take it away.
We got some breaking news.
What's up?
Jason Lockenfora said expect Dwayne Haskins to be traded.
Where would he go?
I don't know. Whoever wants a bad quarterback, they can have him.
I went through this possibility because he wasn't even getting reps in practice. When you don't get reps in practice, what does that usually mean? That usually means you're taking any risk of someone getting hurt out of the equation, especially a young quarterback. So, I mean, once they started not giving him reps in practice, I'm like, okay, they're definitely trying to get a trade involved here. Who would trade for him, though? I'm just thinking, like,
I don't know. Like, he's not really, to me, he's not really worth that much. I think his value is taking a significant hit because, I mean, all the things we've heard out of Washington is there's like questions about his like work ethic and all that kind of stuff. Like that's kind of what we heard about Josh Rosen as well.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if he's gonna fetch more than like a 4th round pick, maybe. I don't know.
I think he'll still have a little bit more than 4th. I think he'll get a.
I don't think so. I think he's gonna get like a 3rd, 4th at best.
Yeah, I would say probably a 3rd. Now, hypothetically, if you're a team like the football team, do you give up like Haskins in a 2 or a 3 and try to go on to a young?
You're not going to get a 1 for that.
No, Haskins in a 2 or a 3 for like a Darnold. Like if you're in that spot, both teams kind of giving up their quarterbacks. No,
I think if you're Washington, you shut Chase Young down for the year or whatever. Like just tank. Honestly,
fair.
Like
go for either T-Law or Fields.
Yeah,
or
like you need a quarterback. You can't use Kyle Allen all year. Kyle Allen's the perfect guy to get you to friggin' a top 5 pick. So
I fully agree. But by the way, before we get into the questions, we're just going to talk about our sponsor in Jock Market. So Bush, you can start it off. What are the great qualities of Jock Market?
Yeah, so you guys have heard us talk about Jock Market before. It's a new way to play daily fantasy. It's where the daily fantasy sports kind of market becomes a stock exchange and you're able to buy and sell players for real money or for chips if you're in free contests like me and Danny in Canada. So basically how it works is there's going to be an IPO currently active right now. If you want to download Jock Market and participate in the IPO, it's just like the stock market. You could bid on your favorite players. Like me and Danny were talking before the show. I have some bids on Robbie Anderson, Deebo Samuel, and Antonio Gibson. Who do you have bids on again?
Let me just check right now, but I have bids on Dalvin Cook, James Robinson, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Jerick McKinnon, and Randall Cobb for this week.
Yeah. So you can, like, because me and Danny are in Canada, we can't actually trade real money, but basically, essentially how it works is you would buy those shares of Antonio Gibson for $3 a share or whatever. If he has a good first half or a good game, you sell him for $6 a share. You just doubled your money right there. That's basically the whole concept of the app. You buy and sell shares with of players with other users in real time. Good first half, you can sell high. Bad first half, you can buy low. All that kind of stuff. You make money every hour, every minute, every second of every game. Daily contests are live, not just for the NFL, but they're live for NBA and PGA as well. Take control of your fantasy sports experience. Right now is the easiest time to play in free contests or in paid contests, as I mentioned. Download now in the App Store. Android coming very soon.
For sure. And talking about it real quick, the biggest difference I personally enjoy about Jock Market compared to DFS, like DraftKings, FanDuel, is the live trading aspect. With DraftKings, FanDuel, you set your lineup to meet the budget and you just hope and pray that they do good for this week. With Jock Market, it's a different feel because if you
can
buy
get
a
out
player,
if you're
get out
crap.
Exactly. Or if you see somebody's doing low at halftime, you think, okay, you know what? They're down by 30, 40 points. This quarterback should be throwing the ball a crap ton. Then you can buy low on a player at half, flip them after the game. Boom. You just made profit on that. So it's definitely a new intuitive, fun way to actually experience fantasy football. So make sure you go download Jock Market and go check it out. But
yeah, I think it would be like for any of you, those of you who are in the United States, I would really definitely give it a try. If you can play the paid contest, because me and Danny can't play the paid contest right now until it's available in Canada, which I mean, even the free contests are fun to be honest, but like the paid contests, especially, I'm really waiting for the point that Canada is able to play those.
100%. Like I was about to say, even the free contest, like I've been in 2 separate contests and I've made 45% profit and over 50% profit in both of those contests that I played in. So it's really quick, really easy to make profits based on the current valuations of players. So make sure you go manipulate that right now. Make some quick, easy buck. Cool. But we'll get into your questions now. Should I start Hertz or Schultz? So Hertz currently going against the Steelers and Schultz going against the Giants. I kind of would want to hear scoring format in this because in a full PPR, I don't think I can sway away from Hertz because I think on the outside the Steelers are going to lock down and the run game is not going to be as effective. So I think this can be a very pass funneled game between Hertz and Miles Sanders. So I kind of want to know in a full PPR, I just don't think I can sit Hertz for Schultz personally.
Yeah, I think I'm probably on the same page. I think in a half PPR, I would still lean Hertz. I like Schultz. I like Schultz's upside as much as the next guy, but Hertz is still the primary guy in the offense. I know he's not like exactly playing the greatest if you drafted him highly in fantasy drafts, but I'm not gonna go too far away from Hertz just yet for a guy like Schultz.
Fully agree here. Sorry about that. Let me get on the next question. I clicked the wrong thing. PPR, pick one: Drake, Gibson, or Mostert. I know it's going to be gross, but
I think you have to start Kenyon Drake.
This is the final straw type game for Kenyon Drake. If he does not do anything in this game, he's going at the end of the bench.
If Mostert wasn't like questionable for this game, I would say start Mostert. But to me, Gibson is not in that territory yet. Where I think these two guys here, Mostert and Drake, if they're healthy, are going to have a guaranteed workload, and we're not quite there with Gibson yet. I think we're getting there, but we're not fully there yet. I think Gibson's only guaranteed like 12 touches at the baseline. I think Drake's baseline touches like 16.
Yeah, no, I'm of agreement. Of agreeance there. Common sense. Yeah, that's common sense. It says Chark, McLaurin, Gibson, Mixon, half PPR. Need to bench one. So if you need to bench one, I would go with the safer options of Chark, McLaurin, and Mixon personally in a half PPR. Yeah. So I would bench Gibson. Keith says going to play Chark over Michael Thomas because I don't. Yeah, I don't mind it whatsoever.
I mean, like that's a better situation than a lot of people who have Michael Thomas are probably in right now.
For sure. Hines or Gage for flex. My team is decimated. Give me Gage. Who's going to be out?
Yeah, Nyheim Hines is like you don't even need to roster him.
Yeah, agreed. Should I start Terry over Antonio at my flex? I have Calvin and Chark sitting. So starting. Sorry. I was going to say, I'm like, you have Calvin and Chark. No, okay. So you have Calvin and Chark starting. I would go with Terry over Antonio at the flex, yes.
Yeah, me too.
And standard, yeah, I would still go with Terry because ultimately I think he's going to have a pretty decent game anytime he steps on the field, to be quite honest. And nothing could have been worse, basically, than what we were seeing with Haskins at the quarterback position for the last few weeks. So half PPR super flex trade, Jacob, CD, and Big Ben for Wentz, CH, and Deontay Johnson. So let me just... I would hold. The way I look at it is Jacobs to CEH is kind of a lateral move, and for me, CD and Deontay is kind of lateral. So between Big Ben and Wentz, I trust Big Ben a whole lot more right now than what I've been seeing from Wentz.
I tend to agree, but I think I'm willing to admit that as the season goes on, I think the gap could get bigger between CEH and Jacobs.
Really?
I know right now I would take Jacobs over CEH, but I think there's a point in this season when CEH is a better fantasy option than Jacobs.
Like I
think most, like pretty much every part of that trade is like, I think CD to Deontay Johnson is pretty lateral as well. I think they're both pretty close. And same goes for the two running backs. Like I don't know if that seems like to make a trade just to make a trade, to be honest.
Yeah. Agreed. Talking about that CEH,
and it's a super flex. So Ben is more like significantly more value than Wentz, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed. That's kind of where I was at as well. Week 5, what's good? 25. Let's get it. I see you have a new profile pick as well. Should I drop Laviska for Bridgewater? I would want to know who your other quarterback is because you have any starting caliber quarterback. I would keep Laviska Shenault. If you're in a spot where you have to start, like,
I'd imagine he has like Tannehill or Josh Allen or Who's the other game that got canceled? I guess you're probably not starting Brett Rippon or
Stidham.
Cam Newton. I don't know. If you're in a position where one of the two games, like, because we don't have official word that the Titans game is canceled yet, but I'd imagine it's probably going to get canceled because they had another person test positive today. Which, I mean, just in general, I would say get as far of a contingency plan as you can. Basically, what I mean by that is I have Jonnu Smith in a lot of leagues, right? I picked up Kyle Rudolph as a contingency plan in case Jonnu Smith can't play because Kyle Rudolph plays at 8:20 tonight. So by then, I think we'll know if the Titans game is going to happen or not.
Yeah, no, I fully agree there. But yeah, I personally, like, if you don't have to, I would try to keep Laviska Shenault.
I would too, and I would also potentially want to hear who else you could drop because I think Laviska's value is just going to continue to go up.
I think he's a top 35 receiver at this moment. Hey guys, 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 flex. Moore, Woods, Ridley, Jefferson, McLaurin, Sanders, Gurley, Drake. Struggling setting this lineup. Okay, so you have to start 2 running backs out of that.
Ridley and Woods are 100% in my lineup.
Yeah, Sanders and Drake are probably going to be there as well. So between your last flex, it would come down to
I think it's McLaurin.
Moore, Jefferson, and McLaurin. It would slightly be McLaurin over Jefferson.
Like, I would love to say, oh yeah, DJ Moore against the Falcons, but I can't. I cannot trust him.
I can't either.
I can't trust him over Terry McLaurin. I know Terry McLaurin's in a bad matchup, but DJ Moore has yet to actually prove anything.
Is it crazy? Like McLaurin,
I'm not starting Jefferson over those guys.
I was gonna say McLaurin if you need the safety, but if you need an upside shot, like you could see by I don't know, is McLaurin at the 1 or 4 p.m. game?
4, I think.
Okay.
No, maybe he's 1. No, he's 1. He's 1.
Okay. Because I was gonna say if he's at the 4 and you see, the other team is snapping, I need a big play to try to catch up. I mean, I would probably go for the upside of Jefferson against the Seahawks. But if you just need safety, plug him in your lineup. I would go with McLaurin in that final flex spot. So hopefully that helps you.
Well, if you need ceiling too, I don't like if you're feeling really risky and you don't want to start Woods because Woods is probably a safe play rather than a ceiling play, and you want to throw McLaurin and Jefferson into your lineup or McLaurin and Moore into your lineup instead of Woods. I mean, I think I would go Woods, McLaurin, Ridley as the receivers and Sanders and Drake. That's probably what I would do.
Yeah, same. 2 quarterback league, Herbert, Garoppolo, Burrow. I'm starting Kittle and Boyd. So to start 2 of those options, I would personally go with Herbert and Burrow.
Yeah, I would too. It's really not even all that close.
Yeah, me neither. Standard CD or Deontay Johnson. In the standards, is kind of close.
It's funny we just had a question.
Yeah, I would personally slightly go CD because of the matchup that Deontay Johnson ends up facing against Darius Slay.
I would also go. I would go CD.
Yeah. Hayden Hurst or Schultz, half PPR. Give me Schultz, honestly, man. Schultz against the Giants. I just think the overall passing volume, it's going to be a pass volume game for the Cowboys. Again, people are going to keep ranking Zeke in their top 2, top 3. The Giants have a good run defense, man. The way they've been playing thus far, they've played well against the run. So I really think Schultz is going to have another good game. I think he's the real deal. He's kind of what we expected Jarwin to be this year. Oh, sorry. Gallup or Deontay Johnson, full PPR. That's where I would kind of tether on Deontay Johnson pick, simply because Gallup's I'm a big Cowboys fan. Gallup's kind of just being used specifically in that deep shot, deep target type role. He's still a fantastic, talented receiver, but he's just not going to get the similar type volume that Deontay Johnson's going to see in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
My take. Big Ben or Bridgewater. I think they're back-to-back in my rankings. I think I have Big Ben like 1 or 2 spots higher than Bridgewater right now. So I would go with Big Ben.
Julio Jones got ruled out.
Did he?
Yeah.
Kind of expected, but yeah. Makes sense.
By the way, I've had a lot of people ask me if they should like trade for Julio Jones. I would not personally because Julio Jones is he's a huge name, so he's not going to be like easy to get. And 2, he's an older player. Like he's got I know he hasn't necessarily been the most injury prone guy in his career, but I mean sometimes guys hit that wall where they just start getting injuries, and I'm not saying that that's what's happening with Julio Jones, but it is possible.
Maybe. I'm starting Breeze. I haven't had a problem with this production standard league because I have Kamara. Yeah, okay, then that's fine. I would keep Laviska Shenault and Alfredo. Sup, Owen? I don't know why I did that, but yeah, sup, Owen. You can say hi or
Sup?
Try and flip Kelly to the Eckler owner. Yes, I would do that.
So I was adjusting my rankings there because I had to take out all the Broncos and Patriots.
Oh, yeah, I got to do that too. Yeah, I definitely try to go for Melvin Gordon. If you have Josh Kelly, and try to flip him to the Eckler owner. I'd much prefer Gordon over Eckler.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
or Kelly. Yeah, that's okay. Man, I have Julio, Chenault, Tim Patrick. I need one more. Who else should I start?
Well, Julio isn't playing.
Yeah, Julio's not playing. Go Chenault.
Nor is Tim Patrick.
Yeah, so go Chenault.
Or Julian Edelman.
There you go.
So, I mean, Chenault and A-Rob, and I think you have to pick up another player, too.
Yeah, there you go. Basically, Chenault. Yeah, Julio's not playing this Chenault.
Yeah, Chenault.
Higgins or Chenault? Give me Chenault slightly.
I think I would go Higgins. I think they're just going to throw a lot in this game, and I mean that's probably the case for the Jacksonville game too. But I think I'm going to go Higgins. I low key, and we talked about this before. We're going to introduce a little segment here and talk about our upset picks of the week or like underdog picks of the week. I'm going to pick the Bengals.
Yeah, and I'm picking the Vikings to go on Sunday Night Football, upset the Seahawks. I just think they're a much better team than the 1-3 record is currently saying. Yes, they had that couple game stretch where their cornerbacks couldn't stop a fly. I know how that feels as a Cowboys fan, but I really think that this Vikings team is going to take the corner, or going to turn the corner. I mean, Kirk Cousins looked a lot better last game. So, man, Seahawks defense hasn't been really great either, and they're 4-0. They're going to be feeling hot going into Sunday Night Football, but the Vikings are just going to go in and upset them in Seattle. So, I got the Vikings. You got the Bengals.
I want to see how much guttier my bet is than yours, because I feel like the Bengals are probably underdogs by like 12 points.
Oh yeah, they probably are. Let me see.
11. Yeah. Okay. So Bengals plus 11.5 is the line right now. I think I would smash that personally. I don't think it's going to be that like. I could very well see the Ravens just running all over the Bengals run defense because it hasn't been good. But Geno Atkins is back for this game.
Yeah.
And he hasn't played all season, and that probably is going to help their run defense. I don't think the Ravens are that much better of a team than the Bengals. And that might be shocking, but to me, that's more what I think of the Bengals than it is an indictment on the Ravens. I think the Bengals are a much better team than some people realize.
Yeah, I agree, to be quite honest. And the Vikings are currently 6.5-point dogs to the Seahawks. So, I mean, we're pretty gutty.
Line than that. I thought it would have been like 4.5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 3 for home field, and then they're basically minus 3.5 if it was a neutral field. So
if I was going to pick an easy pick, I would say that the Panthers money line, like they're plus 1.5 against the Falcons. I think the Panthers are favorites.
Or I like the Browns to win straight up, but I mean, -1 Colts can't really. I mean, that game can go either way regardless. I do think that the Browns are going to win though.
Dolphins plus 8 is not bad too.
Yeah, Dolphins plus 8.5. I got here.
Giants plus 7.5. Hate to say it, it's not terrible either.
Well, why am I actually enticed?
The spread is enticing because it's plus 7.5.
Why am I actually enticed by the Cardinals -7 at the Jets? That just seems. They should be favored by more.
Lose?
No, they should be favored by more.
Oh, I already bet on that game. I already picked the Cardinals.
Yeah. Man, fuck the Jets. Suck.
Yeah, fucking Jets suck. Joe Flacco's the goddamn quarterback. If they get within 7 points of the Cardinals are a fraud.
Yeah, facts. Oh, he's going to be, Julio Jones is ruled out. We just got breaking news on that.
Mm-hmm.
Mostert, Deontay Johnson in my flex. Full PPR, I would go with Deontay Johnson because I don't even know if Mostert's going to play. I hope he doesn't play.
I believe the Steelers play at 1, so you're not going to know either.
Yeah, so go Deontay. 2 questions. Who do you start? Taylor, Jefferson, Gibson, Parker, or Judy? One of them? If I'm going one of them, I'm going Taylor.
Yep.
Team is Kyle, Henry. Wait, what's the second question?
Maybe it's further down.
Oh, okay. Your content's great. Appreciate that, Evan. Glad to see you on the channel as well. And if you guys are here and you think, wow, I mean, Fantasy Stock Exchange, Danny and Bush, Mikey, they got some good content out here. Make sure you go leave that like button. It definitely helps get recommended to more people.
I see only 6 likes right now, and there's 28 of you, 30 of you watching. So I want to see the ratio match.
For sure. We're nearing in currently on 2,000 subscribers. Appreciate you guys a ton. I think we're at 1,915 right now. So if you're new to the channel, you're seeing this live stream pop up on your feed, and you're just like, damn, some quality content I've heard thus far. Make sure you tune around, hit that subscribe button. Daily fantasy football content from us here at the Fantasy Stock Exchange. But anyways, let's get back onto your questions.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
100%. I have Johnny Smith too, and I'm starting Logan Thomas over him.
Agreed.
in one league. In my other league, I have Rudolph, but one league, I'm starting Logan Thomas over him.
PPR, Slayton, Chenault, Cooks, or Watkins. So one of those options, if you can only pick one, I would go Slayton against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think I would go with Slayton as well. I know Slayton's been a bit disappointing, but I mean, none of those guys are sure things either.
Diggs game canceled. Yeah, I would definitely go Gaskin over Johnson there.
Yeah, for sure.
Been offered CeeDee Lamb or Justin Jefferson for Cam Akers. Wow. Take either of those straight up right now. I would do that.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, Cam Akers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I would take CeeDee Lamb.
I would easily take CeeDee. I would take both of those guys for sure. Cam Akers is a trap.
Yeah, agreed.
If you hear someone say that Cam Akers is like a buy low candidate or something, they're full of shit because Sean McVay is going to use a committee this whole season. I'm willing to bet my life on that. I don't think there's any point that Cam Akers is like an RB1 unless the only way that happens is if Henderson and Brown get hurt.
Yeah, agreed. You meant to say Kenyon. Oh, where? Where did you mean to say Kenyon? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. He said I have Julio. I meant to say Kenyon. Basically, Chenault or Kenyon. Is that what you mean instead of Julio? Like, I'm not really sure.
All right, leave an update there in the comments. We'll get to it later too. I still need a streamable quarterback. Options are Cousins, Bridgewater, Herbert, Breeze. I would rank them Herbert, Bridgewater, Cousins as the top three in that order.
I would have it Bridgewater, Herbert, Cousins.
So, I mean, Bridgewater and Herbert are basically back-to-back on my rankings regardless. I think Herbert has a little bit more of a ceiling, while Bridgewater, because of that matchup, is going to have a higher floor. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's just my take on it. So, either way, they're both
prime spotlight for Herbert as a rookie quarterback.
That could be a decided edge.
The human factor might play a little bit of a role in that. He might just be a bit nervous. Monday Night Football is his first NFL big stage moment. Yeah. I can see. I mean, Bridgewater to me is just pretty safe this week.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how I view it too.
But Cousins is pretty safe too. But again, he's not very one for prime time either. So
yeah, agreed. They're close, but yeah, if you want that little safe floor, I would advise for Bridgewater. I just think that Herbert has a higher ceiling in this game.
Yeah,
I can drop Schultz for Bridgewater and Ertz and start Ertz. Yeah, I would want to keep Schultz, but I mean, if you have nobody else on your bench. And you have to start. Wait, no. You said you had a decent quarterback option. You said you had Breeze, right? I would keep Breeze and Schultz personally because I think.
Oh, he said lower in the thing. He says or Justin Jackson for Bridgewater because I don't need to play him this week. I would rather drop Justin Jackson than Dalton Schultz personally.
Yeah, that's fair. I would still just start Breeze and not drop any of them, to be honest.
Yeah, or drop Breeze.
Yeah, drop Breeze for Bridgewater. I don't hate doing that either. You have a lot of good depth pieces on your bench, like Schultz, Jackson, and who was the other name? It was Chenault. I would just keep all of them and drop your quarterback and just stream quarterback every week, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd imagine you're probably in a league that you're capable of streaming quarterback if Bridgewater's available and stuff right now. So I wouldn't worry too much about rostering. I wouldn't roster two quarterbacks if that's the case.
Agreed. Sebastian. Yes, I would do that in a heartbeat. I would trade Cup for Sanders. Yeah. Running backs are so scarce. Running backs are so scarce. And if you can get a top, at minimum, 12 option with what Sanders is going to bring you in terms of workhorse volume, in terms of potential increase in value, given how bad the Eagles' offensives look thus far, I do think it's going to pick up for the next few weeks, especially. You have to go for Sanders, especially with CMC and Eckler hurt, as you mentioned. Go for it. Ben offered CD. Yeah, okay, yeah, we got to that. Yeah, I would take CD or Jefferson over Akers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just drop Breeze for Bridgewater, then I would say. Or sorry, Engram, and I should flex Renfro or Freeman. To be honest, I'd rather just start Ertz and flex Engram over either of them.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good point. I would probably rather do the same.
Yeah. If you can't flex a tight end, though, straight up, I would.
Renfro. I'd go Renfro.
Yeah. But if you could flex a tight end, go with Engram over.
Devontae Freeman is not rosterable, in my opinion. Yep. If you own Devontae Freeman and someone like Laviska Shenault or T. Higgins or something like that is out on the waiver wire, I'd much rather own those guys than Devontae Freeman.
Agreed. Morning, fat dabs. J Peach, it's a boy. Good morning. I'm playing against. Should I start head? No. Go with Crowder and go with Hertz personally.
Yeah, I agree.
Good morning, though. Kyle says, full PPR, pick 3. Gage, Judy, Boyd, and Higgins.
I'll go with the 2 Bengals and the Falcon there because Judy isn't playing.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. The problem solved. I'm forced to start Josh Kelly today with Aaron Jones on the bye. I hope he plays decent. I mean, he's going to get the volume to be able to do so. Now, I don't think he's going to be too efficient with it, but if he falls into the end zone, I do think he can have an RB2 type day.
Have you seen my team in the listener league? How decimated it is right now? Because I have Adams on bye too, and like Diggs I can't play because he plays on Tuesday and it's probably going to get canceled. So I'm starting like Brandon Cooks, Laviska Shenault, T Higgins as like my receivers.
Dude, it's the same with me because I have
C-Mac, Mark Ingram as my RB2. Like, it's brutal.
In that league, I have CMC, Hurt, and then Singletary as my RB2.
I have Eckler hurt in that league.
Yeah, that feels bad. Cobb, Boyd, or Lamb at flex. Pick 2.
I'll go with Boyd.
The far 2 or the last 2.
Oh, that's close, man.
Feeling for me.
It's close for me. I have Robbie Anderson's top 15 receiver this week.
I have Thielen as a top 5 receiver.
Wow. Okay. I do not, but I have Thielen as like a top 10 receiver, but I would go with Thielen as well. But Robbie Anderson's an excellent play as well.
I have Thielen as my wide receiver 4 on the week.
Wide receiver 4, huh?
Yeah. One spot ahead of the Seahawks receivers, 5 and 6 at Metcalf and Lockett.
Ridley, what are the bets that we have this week again?
So I already won the A-Rob versus Evans in the half PPR. So then we also have Chark versus Cooper.
Okay.
I wrote the other one down on an envelope at my Guelph house, and I forgot to grab it. But the other one's a running back. Justin Jackson versus someone, yeah. Let me see.
Who did I pick?
It was like a top 30 running back. It was.
Did I pick? I didn't pick Damian Harris, did I?
No, was it
Did I take Chase Edmonds?
It could have been Edmonds, to be honest.
I have Chase Edmonds ranked higher than Justin Jackson, so
I think it was Edmonds, to be quite honest. It was either Edmonds or it was Edmonds or someone.
I mean, so right now I have Jackson at I don't think it wasn't Frank Gore, was it? Because I have Frank Gore rated higher than Justin Jackson.
Oh God,
sorry,
no, I don't think so. I think it was Edmonds. Again, I can clarify afterwards.
I'll go with that because the other guys I have above him are like the 2 Rams running backs and like Mark Ingram. Like,
just take in Bush. If you lose both these bets, I take the lead in the series.
Yeah,
it's 3-2 right now. All right, little thing there. Underdog of the week. Oh, come on, JP.
If that happens, man, I will laugh so hard.
If that happens, I may have to like shave my head or something like that.
Yeah, you'd have to cheer for a new team if you lose.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Would the Giants be in first in the NFC East if that happened?
No, because they're 0-4 right now. So
are they 0-4? Okay.
Yeah. Depends what football team and the Eagles do this week.
What if the football team are in first in the NFC East after this week?
God. Imagine the football team made the playoffs. Traded Boyd and Gurley for Julio and Rojo. Thoughts?
I think Boyd's the best asset out of all those guys. But I mean, Rojo back-to-back 100-yard games for Rojo. I think he's back in the driver's seat for the RB1 there. But like Leonard Fournette's going to be back next week. So
if you can afford waiting on Julio to come back, if you have the depth at receiver to be able to do so, I do think you win that deal. But like, if you don't, it's tough losing Boyd, I'll say.
I'd rather have Rojo than Gurley, and that might be
same.
Some people. But even with Fournette coming back, I would rather have Rojo than Gurley.
I think that's a pretty fair offer overall, though, to be quite honest. So
yeah, that's close. I think I would rather have Boyd than Julio, but again, if like as Danny mentioned, if you have the depth at receiver to be able to like sit Julio for a couple of games, then I'm cool with it.
Agreed. York, Deontay has he does.
Yeah, Darius Slay has been kind of clamps.
Tate Ward Gage had to bench AJ. Out of those options, I go with Russell Gage because Julio Jones not going to play. Jay Peach. Anytime, Jay Fox. Thanks, boys. Here. Darrell, another familiar face to the channel. I remember Darrell from when I made the second ADP battle video talking about Cam Akers and Raheem Mostert.
Yeah.
That's like 4 or 5 months ago. No, I went with Mostert back then.
Okay, all right.
And then I ended up liking
Akers. I go with Cam Akers in that?
No, Lucas went with Akers.
Oh,
I did that one with Lucas. But back then I liked Mostert over Akers. Then as the offseason came on, Mostert had a bunch of bad news. And Akers like, oh yeah, he's gonna look like the guy. So then I ended up having Akers ranked higher. when in reality, my gut said Mostert initially. So
The Cowboys defense is on come on, man, right now.
yeah, it should. Anyways, let's answer your question. Sorry about the draw. So do I start Hertz or Bell on my flex today?
What do we have like recent news on Le'Veon Bell? Like I heard he's going to play, but I'm sure he's going to be limited in some fashion.
I just don't want to deal with that headache.
Good matchup, though.
I just, to be honest, like this is gonna sound kind of soft, but I just kind of don't want to deal with that match or deal with that headache. So I'd probably just put Hurst in regardless.
I think I would risk it with Bell.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because Hurst, it's not like Hurst is like a sure thing either.
That's fair. Did you guys another positive? Yeah, COVID test.
Yeah, a coach tested positive today in Tennessee, and a player tested positive in New England. So they canceled the New England game already. Yeah. So if you have any Broncos or Patriots, get them out of your lineup. Yep. And I would probably advise you to do the same with the Titans or the Bills because, I mean, maybe they'll play this game, but I don't know. Like, I don't think there's a way that they could play it with another coach testing positive as early as today. They're trying to play on Tuesday. I don't know. Yeah. I'm thinking, like, I'm significantly downgrading guys. Like, again, I would, if you have the luxury of, like, maybe you have Traquan Smith on your bench or something, and you can throw him into your flex spot and wait on a guy like Stephon Diggs or something like that, then I would do that. And then if by Monday Night Football when the Saints play, we'll probably know if the Titans are playing or not.
Yeah, I just acquired Stephon Diggs in a trade last week. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, his bye week's about to be over with, so.
That's fair. Yeah, that was the Mixon and Diggs trade for Adams and Moore.
Yep.
Zacchaeus or Landry, full PPR. This may sound gutty, man, but we kind of know what Landry's role is at this point. With Julio out, we kind of saw Zacchaeus play like extremely well last week.
I don't have the balls to do that.
I have the balls to do it, man. I would go Zacchaeus.
All right. He said, I don't know why, but I feel so tempted to start Zacchaeus.
Hey, let's get it.
If you're feeling risky, go ahead. But I would opt for Landry personally.
Fair. I don't know, man. I'm feeling good about Zacchaeus, bro. Burrow or Minshew? I actually have like Minshew like a few spots higher.
Yeah,
I have Minshew as a quarterback 9 right now. So, haven't heard anyone talk about it yet. But are we gonna?
I don't think there's any way that happens. I'm being too optimistic, but I think the NFL's too big to fail.
Yeah, they'll find ways around that.
They'll if they have to. I think worst case scenario, if it's like
they'll take a layoff.
If it's like week 9 and this is all like fucked up, like and the whole schedule's screwed, they'll take a 2-week hiatus from the season, and then they'll bubble everyone to play the rest of the season. Like I think that's what they would do if the season was like in big time jeopardy. But I don't think the season get canceled. Knock on wood. I don't want it to get canceled, but I don't think it will.
Sorry, I'm just making a jock market order right now.
Yeah.
And DJ Moore's getting 2 touchdowns today. Bet. Let's hope so because
I don't really want that to happen because I just traded him away. So and I'm playing against him. Never do that. Never trade with a guy who you're playing that week because I have DJ Moore who I traded to him, but I have Deshaun Watson who he traded to me. So I mean maybe Deshaun Watson will go apeshit on him, but I have a feeling DJ Moore is going to have a good game this week because I traded him away.
We both have Deshaun Watson in 2 of our money leagues, so let's hope he goes well every week then. MVP.
That was the bet that I played.
I have MT in my flex right now. Do I risk him not playing instead of Justin Jackson's a good fallback in my opinion.
You're fine with that.
Yeah.
Sure. Don't flex Edmonds right now. I would just assume Michael Thomas is going to play, and if he doesn't, just pivot to Justin Jackson. Just make sure he's in your flex, and you'll be good.
That's a perfect pivot.
Yeah, that's fine. You're in good shape.
That's what I did. I had Engram in the flex before I asked, but had to run. Yeah, you had it hit the nail right on there, Cody. Jerome, our boy Jerome, quick little shout out for him. Go follow Inside Hashes right now on Twitter. But need a running back 2 in a flex PPR. Bell, Ingram, Kelly, Freeman, Ayuk, Williams, and AJ Green. Need 2. So
Ayuk's my flex.
Yeah, I would go Kelly and Ayuk.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Green Machine, close to Meat Machine, eh?
Yeah.
Joe Mixon or DJ Chark and Josh Allen or Kyler Murray. I'd go with Mixon and I'd go with Murray because we don't know if
we don't know with the
Mixon Chark's honestly close, man, but given the overall touch volume you should expect from Mixon, I just can't sit him.
Yeah, and I do think this game could be an upset special. I don't think that the Ravens are just going to run away with this one.
And need 2 half-point PPR. Mixon, Taylor, Gibson. Give me the first 2.
Yep.
Alfredo. Should I start AJ over Terry? No. Start
AJ Brown? No, he's probably not going to play his game.
Yeah. I thought it was AJ Green for a second.
Okay, well, either way,
don't. Moneybag says, is the Bills-Titans game
not officially yet? No,
not officially. It's
will be
scheduled for Tuesday, but I would not trust any of those players in my lineup.
I would make contingency plans for Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, because I would imagine, if I had to guess, I think we're going to hear something before today is over, whether that game's being played. For sure.
Akers and Lamb trade was accepted. What moves can I do for a good RB1? Can you send your other receivers that you have currently on the roster again? Because I know you said you had
it up in the here. I'll scroll up.
Scroll up. Okay. Because I would probably do a package of like maybe one of them in a lower end running back to try to get an upgrade at running back. Because when I was
reading that his other receivers are Hopkins, Adams, Crowder, and Watkins.
See, maybe if you could package like a Crowder.
I actually don't know if I'm willing to trade for a running back. If you have like 3 flexes or 3 startable receivers and a flex or something, Hopkins, Adams, Crowder, and CeeDee Lamb, you can start all 4 of them every week.
I'd want to know who his other running backs are before I suggest.
Yeah, if you're running back ones like Josh Kelly or something, maybe you want to trade maybe Devontae Adams. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd be willing to trade Hopkins personally.
Same. Adams as well. I think they're going to be the top 2 receivers this year.
Yeah, I think I'm more willing to trade Adams. I think if you can get someone like Josh Jacobs for Devontae Adams or maybe
I
Derrick
would need
Henry,
a little bit more with Jacobs to be
maybe
honest.
Maybe Derrick Henry.
Henry, like I wouldn't do that simply because the
people are panicking on Derrick Henry, man, because of the Titan situation.
Now I think you can get Henry for cheaper than Adams personally because of the panic and. In general,
maybe they throw in like a throw-in receiver. Maybe it's like Derrick Henry and
like a wide receiver 2 or 3, like a CD or CeeDee Lamb. I don't know. Like, would you take Henry and Jefferson for Adams?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, that's probably where I would say the value would be.
I think you're higher on Adams than I am.
I am. He's my wide receiver 1 when he comes back. Or wide receiver 1 or 2.
I can't rank, like there's like 4 or 5 guys I can't rank Adams over right now.
Who are the other 2 apart from Hopkins?
Because
I think it's Hopkins with Adams, or I think it's Hopkins.
When Michael Thomas comes back, I don't think I can rank.
I can
Adams over him right now, just because Adams is banged up, man, and so is Thomas, but Thomas's bye week is after this week.
Well, Adams's bye week is this week, and he was scheduled to actually play last Monday night, but they. I think he's going to come back.
There's a toss-up. I think I would rather still have Tyreek Hill than Adams right now.
I wouldn't.
Calvin Ridley's close.
I mean, okay, how can we do this? I don't want to just say a points per game type bet, but like rest of the season, we'll say
even some of the Seahawks receivers, like one of the Seahawks receivers, like it's pretty close, man. I think Adams sees a pretty.
Adams is my wide receiver too. Like him and Hopkins are neck and neck right now.
He's like a top 5 receiver for me. I would say he's still like pretty high up.
I need one. Go with Woods, in my opinion, Mo.
Yeah, I would go with Woods.
How's the outlook on Ruggs and Chenault? I think Ruggs is actually slated to come back soon.
I think he's slated to come back. I wouldn't expect him to play a full allotment of like snaps and like running routes and stuff. So, I mean, if you need to start one of them, I would say Chenault. But I think both of those guys are trending upward as far as like the rest of season value goes.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll get back to Young Vision's question. We actually just got a super chat. So I appreciate you, Ryan, with the $2 super chat. He says, full PPR start AJ Brown or Boyd, starting Jonnu Mixon. So I would go with Boyd and Mixon there because we don't know.
And with Jonnu, I would probably make a contingency plan. If not, start if you have a decent option. If you have Dalton Schultz or something, I would just start him outright 100%. over Jonnu Smith.
Like Dalton Schultz, Hayden Hurst. Let me see what other kind of guys I wouldn't mind there.
Yeah, I got my rankings up. I would
Gesicki.
Jared Cook, Mike Gesicki,
Logan
Thomas,
Molly Cox for me.
I would start all those guys over Jonnu because like you really just don't know what's going to happen. And again, if you can pick up like a guy like Kyle Rudolph or something off waivers in case by the end of today, which I think is when we'll know if the game is being played or not, then you need a contingency plan because you can't just have Jonnu in your lineup and have no one to play. And Hunter Henry and Jared Cook are both going to be owned, so you can't pick up anyone from the Monday Night Football game.
Yeah, no, I'm in full agreement there. Yeah, you covered it. Again, appreciate that $2 super chat there, Ryan. And we left off at Young Vision. So AJ Green or Crowder, I currently have built. I would go Crowder over AJ Green, to be quite honest. I think AJ Green's the wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 there, to be quite honest. But Higgins has usurped him. Higgins has played much better, has been much more efficient, and Joe Burrow seems to absolutely trust him more at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and Boyd's the number 1 receiver on the team.
Easily. Man, Boyd's so good.
Yeah, I know.
One must sit. Murray, Landry, Watkins. If you have to sit one, really, eh?
Yeah, I would say Murray. I don't know. Yeah,
I would sit Murray.
That's close. I don't really like either of them, Watkins or Murray.
In my opinion, Murray's range of outcomes is so volatile. Like
I guess with Patrick Mahomes, you never know, and it's a Raiders matchup, so it's just.
To be fair to Watkins, he's actually played pretty freaking well this year. Like he's gotten a good amount of targets. He got one game where he got banged up, played the next week, ended up having 7 for 70. So I think Watkins, to be quite honest, is not even that bad of a start.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll sit Lat Murray there.
Okay. Our Bells will go. Yeah. I don't know. There's just so many question marks. I mean, Joe Flacco's there. It's still the Jets. Like game script may not be well for. I mean, to be fair, Le'Veon Bell's still going to catch passes even in a bad game script. But I don't know, man. I think he's just.
I have him as a top 26 running back.
Same, but like, I would prefer the other options he mentioned earlier over him personally. He's just somebody I just don't want in my lineup this week, especially rate coming off of injury.
What did we say? Ayuk and Josh Kelly. Right?
Ayuk and Kelly. I would prefer either of them.
Play both of those guys over Bell.
Forced to play Olamide from the Falcons. You guys, we just talked about Olamide. I think with Julio out, he definitely could see a good bump in targets as we kind of saw last week. I mean, he played phenomenal against the Packers last Monday night. So it may be a flash in the pan. I may be biting into some star nuts right here, but I think he could definitely have a good upside game.
I like the matchup. I'm not playing him though. I can't. He's
it's
just.
It's gutty. It's gutty.
It's so gutty. Like he's a random dude in my opinion.
He had a couple games last year, to be fair. When Sanu got traded and Ridley missed a couple games.
Sure. I don't know. I'm not willing to play it. Like I'm sure. Like if you're absolute, like you said, you're forced to play him. I don't hate it because there's probably worse guys you could be forced to play, but he's like in wide receiver like 50 range for me.
He'd probably be in the 40s. I have to adjust my rankings before game time too, but full PPR: Lindsey, McKissick, Edwards, D. Wait, what? Edwards, D.
DJ Dallas.
Oh. I thought that was a period. No, definitely DJ Dallas. Sorry. Who would you start running back to? And options on waivers are Akers or McFarland. Would you drop? First of all, like I still think Akers needs to be owned, especially over McKissick.
Yeah, I would definitely own. I would
own both of them over McKissick.
Yeah, to be honest, and if that is DJ Dallas, I would rather own McFarland and Akers over both, like over him too.
And even like Gus Edwards. I would own either of those two over him.
Is just, like he's not a bad stash. I would. He's definitely like the second. I think I would start him over Lindsey. To be honest, I think I would start Gus Edwards.
Yeah, because I mean Lindsey, we don't know what his workloads kind of look like this week, so I wouldn't mind starting Gus Edwards. I think he's kind of have his ceiling capped as we've kind of seen with all the Ravens runners. But out of those options, I just think he has the highest floor because he should see a rough 9 to 10 carry type workload with maybe a couple targets mixed in there. Maybe
he gets a touchdown.
Yeah, maybe nosedives in the end zone. So out of those options, I would go with Edwards this week. But make sure you go pick up Akers and McFarland instead of Dallas and McKissick, in my opinion. What defense should I pick up due to Pat's game out? I would want to know what defenses are available. Yeah. I'm assuming that the Cardinals are not available. They've probably been picked up by now. But if the Cardinals are just chilling on your waiver wire, going up against Joe Flacco and the Jets as a smash. So make sure you go check that out.
I don't hate the Browns going up against the Colts.
Yeah, that's the one. I actually cited the Browns in the waiver wire show. The two defenses I talked about were the Cardinals and the Browns. So I'm sad. I wanted to finally bench. Feels bad.
Yeah. Can't do it this week. Hopefully next week we can finally use your Tennessee Titans. But I mean, I own AJ Brown in a couple places, so I'm not really hating the fact that he's getting a lot of rest right now.
I mean, I have freaking AJ Brown in one of my home leagues, and then Jonnu Smith in the other. So, yeah, and I traded Parker for Jonnu Smith. I needed a tight end. I had to bite the bullet. I had really good receiver depth. I had to trade Devontae Parker straight up for Jonnu Smith, and then Jonnu Smith hasn't even been able to play for me yet.
It's not ideal.
Let's go, Dana. I'm doing it. It's a KS season. Let's get it, bro. Wishing you luck. It's gutty, but
we
Man.
might have to make a bet on that too.
Gotta take risks. Yeah, sure.
Let me pick up some random guy. Let's see.
By the way, I picked up Herbert, but Teddy 2 gloves is still on the way.
I'll take Greg Ward over him.
That one's close. Let me see where I have Ward. I think I have Ward actually a little bit higher. Let me see. I have Ward currently as my. Okay, I haven't even adjusted my rankings yet, but he'll probably be in
46. So.
He'll probably be in the same type area for me. Fuck it. We make big baller bets. Let's do it.
All right.
Greg
Ward v. Zacchaeus, the most boring bet of all time.
I know. To be fair, it gives you a chance to make it 4-4.
What?
I'm saying it gives you a chance to make it 4-4 after I win those other 2 today.
All right.
Sorry, Jerome. I would go with. I just keep Herbert, to be honest. Like I
personally like Teddy better, but it's pretty similar.
Hey, just to avoid the fucking time it takes to go on the waiver wire, just keep Herbert in.
Yeah.
Can you rate my team full PPR? Josh Allen, James Robinson, Mixon, Hopkins. I think that's a very good starting lineup, to be quite honest.
Yeah. I mean, DJ Moore is like your only like bum.
But even, as a
he's like your second flex or whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I think that's a very good team, Cody. Ridley's my wide receiver 1. Start 2, Chark, Laviska, Higgins, McLaurin, standard. So start 2, I would go with Chark and McLaurin.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there you go. Jerome knows from watching the content. So there you go. How are you feeling about Scary Terry this week? I think he's just going to ball the heck out because he's a fantastic
I don't think he's going to ball the heck out because he's got Jalen Ramsey on him. But
to be quite honest,
he's probably going to be fine.
To be honest, he's faced off against good corners basically most of the games this year, and he's still top 5 in receiving yards. Like, yeah. To me, Terry McLaurin is
downgrades him a little bit, but you don't sit your studs.
Like, is it bold to already say from a talent standpoint, McLaurin's already in that 10 to 15 area amongst receivers?
No, it's not. If Terry McLaurin was on, I don't know, whatever team you want to name that has a good quarterback, the Packers number 2 receiver or something right now,
him and A-Rob are like that situation where like they have terrible quarterback situations, but they just perform.
I'd be sending a 1 so fast to Washington if I was Green Bay.
Yeah,
I'd be like, I'll give you a 1 for McLaurin right now.
Same. RBs are Gibson, Hines, and Hill. Those are your are those your only running backs?
Was this the trade?
Yeah.
Your running backs, I probably would trade one of your receivers then.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you need running back
personally.
Yeah, maybe if you could see what the value is on the market there. But I would
find the Josh Jacobs owner and try and get and maybe you think that's not enough. I think it is personally.
I think personally you can get Jacobs plus a little piece.
Receiver out of it too.
Yeah, no, I definitely like Jacobs. I just think you can get a little bit more. Sorry, a little bit more with him. We're talking about Devontae. No way I'm trading him for anybody. I agree. No, I agree overall, Jay Peach. But in his situation, as he was mentioning with the running backs stable that he has, I would be tempted to kind of see what type of RB1, low end RB1 plus.
Would you take it?
Who?
If you can get CEH for him, would you take it? Yeah, I would too.
Yes. Boys matchup is tough too. Yes,
hasn't been as tough as Marlon Humphrey has been.
I was about to mention that. Yes, it's tough on paper, but Humphrey, for the record, as you mentioned in the ranking show, 14 catches allowed on 16 targets last week. I think you referenced.
Yeah.
Not to mention the Bengals are the second highest paced offense in the entire league right now.
Just perfect.
Yes.
For Boyd too.
So I love Boyd. And I think people want to say that Mixon has a death sentence this week, but in reality, if they're passing the ball at the rate that they are, I do think Mixon could see a good receiving workload as we kind of saw last week as well. So, I still really like Boyd. PPR, Gallup, Watkins, Higgins need 2. I would go with assuming that's Keith or T Higgins. I said Keith because it's his name. I don't know, Mulligan. I would go with Gallup and Higgins personally.
I would too. By the way, Danny Tyler said in the FSC redraft league that we don't have rolling waivers on Sundays, so he can't pick up anyone to play for players that are going to be out. So I don't know if you want to adjust that.
Let me fix that. So I think it's on 2-day waivers right now. I can quickly fix that.
Because I went to pick up someone for Diggs and it wouldn't let me either.
All right, sorry about that. Here, let me just update that real quick.
The next question, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, that's Robbie. I'll answer it quick. In the home, yeah, there you go, Rob.
Dolphins receivers.
Wait, I think he's playing me in that league.
Oh, really?
Shit. Let me quickly figure out waivers. I'll give you the next question real quick.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Le'Veon Bell's being full go. 60 yards and 3 receptions. You better hope for a touchdown. Sounds about right to me. But I mean, Joe Flacco is kind of a check down king at this point in his career. He might catch like 8 balls and just be like useful in a PPR league and nothing else.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, when the Titans make me play Bell and Golden Tate over Diggs and Singletary. Yeah, I have Diggs and Singletary in a dynasty league, and I have to play, I think, Chase Edmonds and Mike Williams instead. So I'm with you. It's brutal. Your options are better than mine. I have Golden Tate in my top 36 receivers.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let me just. Sorry about that.
Okay. Hey guys, thanks for all the advice. No problem, Zach. I need help with my flex pick 2 PPR. I have Jonnu Smith, Henderson, Cobb, Inman, Ford for Miami, and Zacchaeus. So is Henderson Darrell Henderson? I'd imagine that's who it is. I would start Darrell Henderson. Jonnu Smith, I wouldn't start because we have no idea what's happening with his game. And I would go Darrell Henderson and Randall Cobb personally. I'd imagine you might pick Zacchaeus over Cobb, but I would pick Cobb over Zacchaeus personally.
Yeah, I don't mind having Cobb over Zacchaeus with that matchup. They're both kind of in that flex, like low end flex type area for me, anyways. JP, Kyle. Yeah, there you go. I don't mind that, but the Falcons are.
Wait, Kyle Allen's not.
Yeah, I was about to say that. He's on the Washington football team.
Yeah. And
we'll get back to Ari's question. We'll quickly answer the super chat. Appreciate you, Stephen W, with the $5. Sorry, not five. I don't know what to say.
$5, $5, same thing.
Yeah, $5, $5. Appreciate that from Stephen with the super chat. We'll get right to his question. Fix my roster: Murray, Big Ben, Jacobs, Carson, Drake, Edmonds, Mostert, McKinnon. Concerned about Jacobs. I wouldn't be concerned about Jacobs. I do think he's gonna pick it up again. He's been getting 27 total opportunities per game. Like he's gotten all the opportunity to do it. Just
overall, don't like if you're panicking about Jacobs, it's like he's had bad matchups. Like I'm telling you, he's gonna rebound. We saw what happened when he had a good matchup. He literally torched the Panthers in week 1.
I fully agree. I would probably see maybe if it's a 1 quarterback league, see if you can get value.
Super flex. He said super flex.
Oh, it's a super flex? Okay, yeah. Okay. Then I think you got a good team, to be quite honest. Maybe see if Drake has a really good game against the Jets this week. Maybe see if you can sell high on him. Say, oh, well, listen, this guy was a top 2 round pick going into the season. He just had his breakout type game. See if an owner's willing to bite on that. Aside from that, I mean, Mostert McKinnon, that's definitely a good little pairing there. When Mostert comes back, he should be, again, another top 15 option for you. Carson and Jacobs is a really good 1-2 punch at the running back position. Other than that, receiver depth looked pretty good. When Debo comes back, I do think he can. I think right now, as of now,
I'd rather start Debo over everyone in every receiver you have except for CD and A-Rob.
Agreed. I was just gonna say, like right now, you probably quote unquote don't have a set in stone wide receiver 3, but I do think Debo's gonna be that when he ultimately returns to full strength. I think even this week, to be honest. Yeah. So overall, I think your team looks really good. There's not really too much fixing to do there. Again, I would maybe see if Drake has a blow up game against the Jets. See if you can end up selling him high because, man, I'm worried about Drake. I'm worried about him. I
think with Mostert coming back as like a full time like player or whatever, he's going to be like solidified as your like RB3 behind Carson and Jacobs.
I agree. So
if you're that scared about Jacobs, maybe you try and like this might be gutty, but try and pair Jacobs and Drake for like a really good running back if you want to.
I don't hate that either. Sorry, just a moment.
To Ari up here. Do I start Le'Veon Bell over Jonathan Taylor and David Johnson? No, you do not. I would start both of those guys over Le'Veon Bell.
Where? Oh yeah, Ari. Yeah, agreed. Lows. Yeah. He's 4-0 right now in my league. In the league that I've gotten decimated by injuries and fell to 0-4, despite having right now both Saquon and CMC on that roster, both chilling in the IR slot right now. So Hopefully you do give him his first L. Casino's getting a little cocky over there. In Dynasty, is Gaskin a good buy for anyone? I like him, to be honest. For a rebuilding team, it's risky because
I don't think he's going to be very valuable.
Yeah, I thought that's it for a contending team at first. For a contending team,
I think you can earmark Travis Etienne or Najee Harris or something to the Dolphins.
Hubbard.
There's no way. Like, think about how many teams in the NFL need running backs right now.
Very few.
There's very few teams that actually need running backs.
And Dolphins are one of them.
5, 6, 7 quality starting running backs coming into the NFL this year, especially a guy like Etienne. I think Etienne is destined to play in Miami. Like, I actually think it's going to happen. Because, like, I have a feeling Etienne falls to the second round, which he probably should not. But
he should be a top 20 pick. Dude.
I have a feeling he'll fall to the second round because no one needs running backs.
Oh, my God. Speaking of Etienne, though, did you see that 72-yard touchdown yesterday? How did he stay in bounds?
First of all, how are people deducing the fact that he's going to run a 4.5 from that clip?
I have no clue.
I heard.
I think he's running 4.35, 4.4.
Own scout was like, I don't think Etienne runs any faster than a 4.5.
Who said that?
I don't remember. It was like a well-known. Like, this was like a while ago.
Oh my God!
I was like, how can you possibly watch Etienne play and not assume he's going to run a 4.3 or faster, or like a 4.4 faster?
Is it crazy that I think he's a combo of like Kamara and Charles?
I like Charles is the guy I see most. I really don't see a 1-to-1 comparison for Etienne. I think
he's like a mix of both to me because he's got the contact balance of a guy like Kamara. Like, okay, not Kamara exactly, but in terms of overall elite trait, man, his contact balance is phenomenal. Oh, yeah. For the record, I don't know how he stayed in balance. The guy's only hitting him at his knee when he's got like a 2 inches to stay in balance, and he somehow stays in balance. I don't understand.
What I see with Etienne is the way he plays is like he's like Rojo, except a tenth of a second faster, and he also has way better contact balance than Rojo ever had.
And his acceleration,
Rojo,
and his acceleration is ridiculous. Like he can hit fourth gear within like a second. It's crazy.
It's gonna be hard to come up with a comp for, to be honest, because I think Chris Johnson and Charles are the two that I see the most of, but like they're not 1-to-1s either. I think they're he's kind of a mixture of those two guys.
Yeah. I had Charles and Kamara. Kamara obviously for the contact balance, Charles for the overall explosiveness.
Yeah,
but man, he's gonna be great. Yeah. What's up, boys? PPR, McLaurin or Fuller? Give me McLaurin there for me, Yash. They're kind of close, but I mean. I kind of want to get both in the
Fuller. And if PPR in the matchup that Fuller has, I would take Fuller.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. McLaurin going against Jalen Ramsey is like McLaurin can beat any matchup, but Fuller's like in my top 15.
That's fair. I think Fuller's like 17 or 18 for me right now. Let me just take a look. 1 sec.
Yeah.
I have Fuller at 20 and McLaurin at 15. So they're still close, but I go McLaurin.
McLaurin at 18.
Yeah. So they're close, but I would personally go McLaurin. Scary Terry Gibson. Yeah, give me Terry there, Mo. I'm assuming you're saying?
Yep.
Allen. Yeah, put Murray in. Put Murray in. That game might not even happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Would I rather listen to y'all pregame than the old? Yeah, there you go, Jerome. I mean,
you don't like hearing about dude, some of the narratives that they peddle on Fox and NFL Network and stuff, it's so annoying. It's like, are we sure that Jimmy Garoppolo is the guy? It's like, how often are you guys going to talk about this? Like, the guy just brought them to the Super Bowl. Like, obviously he's the guy. Like, it's just dumb narratives like that they'll talk about all day. Like, they have like 4 hours of pregame coverage on NFL Network, and they just peddle the same 5 narratives for every team. It's so annoying.
Agree. Sorry, I'm just trying to help out here. Answer this question real quick. I'm just trying to figure out the league for the waivers.
Yeah. All right. So LaVisca, Edmonds, Gage at flex. I would say that kind of depends on scoring form. Actually, no. I would play Russell Gage for sure. With Julio Jones out, I would play Russell Gage. Gage or Marquise Brown in a standard league. I would personally go with Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, agreed.
25 says hit the like button. Shout out 25. Appreciate that. Make sure you guys go hit the like button if you enjoying this so far. Maybe you've had a question answered. You deserve to hit the button that looks like this. And as always, if you want to support the show financially, as much as we appreciate the super chats, the best way to do that is on Patreon, patreon.com/fantasy stock exchange. Jerome said, by the way, y'all don't think Slay will shadow Juju. I know he plays in the slot a little, but still no. So PFF and all the like major like people suggest that Slay is going to shadow Deontay Johnson. So I'm going to trust those guys because they watch more film than I do and they know the alignment stuff more than I do. So I'm going to trust them and say that Slay is probably going to be on Deontay Johnson.
Yep, agreed there. Tyler, quick little shout out. Time to catch some owners box W's. Yeah. Oh, we forgot to do the owners box with me, you, him, and Garrett. I think we're gonna have to win. Okay. I have a couple with him, Garrett, and who's the other person that was in there? Oh, random. Oh, there's a random in each one. But yeah, get ready to kick your butt in that, Tyler. Also worth noting, we shouted out the Patreon. Tyler is a part of the Patreon, so make sure you go subscribe to Patreon. I mean, if you want. I don't know how else to say it.
Great
stuff. I don't know how else to say it, but yeah, come join the group chat that is between myself, Tyler, and Bush right now. So
yeah, Strat, no problem. Anyway, so Kyle says, are the Titans not playing this week? Not officially, but I would imagine they are not.
Yeah, there you go.
I would operate under the assumption that they're probably not going to play.
Yeah. I hope they can't. There you go.
I mean, is Buffalo D even good?
I don't know.
Like, is it even doing well in fantasy right now? I don't even think it is because Buffalo's defense, like from a real life perspective, hasn't really been that good this year.
Yeah, they've sucked against the tight end too.
Yeah.
I drafted CMC. So Thaddeus says I drafted CMC and yeah,
that must have felt so good when you got them in the draft. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe Chubb's, because I'd imagine you took CMC first and Chubb was like your back of the second round pick. That would have felt pretty good.
But out of those options, give me if Mostert's out, give me McKinnon. If Mostert plays, give me Gaskin and Kelly. Oh, sorry. If Mostert's out, give me McKinnon and Gaskin.
And Kelly for sure. And then if Mostert plays, you start Mostert. If Mostert's out, you start McKinnon. But you're starting a San Francisco running back regardless.
Yeah, agreed there. Thanks, guys. You guys are doing God's appreciate that, Zach.
Work, yes, we are.
Work. Hello, have a great day, guys. You too, Zach. Appreciate seeing you in the chat. Half PPR Superflex. Oh, yeah. Okay, we answered that. Yo!
Nice read. What's up, Nick?
Start to gauge Deontay Johnson, David J. I'm assuming that's Johnson and Justin Jefferson. So I would go if that's David Johnson, I would go with Johnson and Justin Jefferson.
Really? You'd start Justin Jefferson over Deontay?
I think I have them back to back, but it's close for me.
I think I would Deontay Johnson over Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I have Deontay Johnson a little lower this week.
I do too, but like I still have Deontay over Justin Jefferson.
Guess where I have Jefferson ranked right now?
Where's that?
18.
Oh my god, dude, chill out. I have Deontay Johnson I have them back to back. I have Deontay Johnson at 26 and Justin Jefferson at 27.
Yeah, I have Jefferson at 18. So sorry, I haven't been as active. You're good, Nick. We know you're an active baller in the chat, but Higbee or Hurst, give me Higbee slightly.
Yeah, not slightly for me. It's pretty easily Higbee.
I mean, I don't know. Higbee's not been playing too well the recent weeks, but I would still go with Higbee. Actually, I have them back to back. I have Higbee at 9 and Hurst at 10, so I would go with Higbee. But I think you already asked us. Yeah, I'll go Thielen, bro. He's a top 4 receiver for me this week.
Yeah, I'll go Thielen, even though I like Anderson's matchup quite a bit.
Yeah. Jeffrey says PPR, Mostert, Drake, Gaskin, pick 2. Even if Mostert plays, are you starting him? Because like I would.
The problem is I think both of those guys play at 1. No.
Yeah. To be safe, I'll go Drake and Gaskin. Not sure. I think the Cardinals game's at 4.
Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals game's at 4 because I have Crowder in the league.
No, it's at 1.
It's at 1. Oh, damn.
Yeah, it is 1. Yeah. Okay, so the Dolphins game's at 4 though.
There you go.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Duh. All right, so I would 100% start Drake there because you kind of have to. And then if Mostert plays, I would start Mostert in the Dolphins Niners game. And if Mostert doesn't play, I would start Gaskin.
Yeah, agreed there. And I have to adjust my rankings as well. My friend wanted to ask Johnson or Lat. I would still go with Dearness Johnson there personally.
I would not. I would go with Latavius.
Really? Against Chargers?
Yeah. Well, like okay, so the Colts are a bad run defense or a good run defense. Sorry, they're a bad matchup. Dearness Johnson isn't that good, and
he looked good against my team.
All to the work. Like I don't know, Latavius Murray at least has a more solidified role, I would say. Plus the Chargers nearly as good of a run defense as the Colts have been thus far. So I would go with Latavius Murray. Plus, I mean,
yeah, they're both kind of.
Yeah, I would personally go with Latavius Murray.
I personally go with Johnson, but they're kind of both in the same area. Got Drake and Edmonds. Am I still playing? Yeah, I mean, like if those are your two options, I would still go Drake. But if Drake doesn't do well again and Edmonds outproduces him again, I think we could see a shift in role between those two.
Yeah, I'll be back in a second. I'm just gonna
go for it. I'll take some of the questions for now. Where are we at? Okay, Lance. Full PPR pick 1. Debo, Ayuk, Higgins. Is that Marquise or Malcolm Brown? Starting Cup and MT in the flex with Traquan as insurance. I like that a Traquan insurance pick. If you're picking one out of those options, if that's Marquise Brown, I would go with Marquise Brown. If that's Malcolm Brown, I would go with Debo Samuel. So hope that helps, Lance. Right now, my flex spots are Justin Jackson, Michael Thomas. I also have Edmonds, Higgins, Akers. Did I switch anything? I would still go with Moore over Jackson personally. I'd put DJ Moore there, or is that David Moore? Assuming that's DJ Moore, I'd start him over Jackson regardless. And to be fair though, if you do that, you can put DJ Moore in your flex and then see what the status is of Michael Thomas going into the game. So worst case scenario, you could just put Justin Jackson in for Michael Thomas if he's slated to be on a pitch count or not slated to play in the game. You can kind of make the adjustment accordingly. But assuming that's DJ Moore, I would play him and Thomas and then have Jackson as your insurance to Michael Thomas. Hashtag deducing. Darrington Evans or Justin? Give me give me Justin Jackson. Yeah, that'd be hot. That'd be very hot. I mean, you wouldn't like that as a Pats fan, Tyler, but that would be hot. Anytime, Steven, anytime you come in the chat, leave a question. We got you covered. So appreciate you coming in today, and also appreciate that super chat you left. Boys, I'm going to be in Waterloo this week. Yeah, let's do it. I have 2 exams, but maybe after my Saturday exam, if you are about it, or I could take a break from studying and we can get that going. But yeah, I'm definitely down, Jared. I'll tell Bush as well that you're in Waterloo. Jaskrin says Brandon Cooks, Gaskin, Gage at flex full PPR. I would go with Gaskin there personally, Jaskrin. Comic God, leave that like button, y'all. Found out Zach is available to pick up. Should I start? Was the case? Yeah, I would still start Gage over him, but I mean, I think he could be a sneaky little upside shot in your flex last desperation type. But yeah. What's called? So Underdog says, do you guys need an MMA analyst? If interested, if you need me, DM me. I could talk to Bush about that, but yeah, we're really big MMA guys. So in general, especially myself, I've been watching UFC basically since I was 2. So I'll definitely bring it up to him and see what he says there. But yeah, we'll keep you in mind. Just leave your Twitter down below, and I'll take note of that as well. Last question, guys. If you guys have had to trust a running back to produce this week, who would you pick, Freeman or Malcolm Brown? I would put Malcolm Brown, and I know the matchup is tougher against the football team, but I just don't trust Freeman at all. I just don't even think he should be rostered. I mean, Malcolm Brown's kind of on that fringe area as well, but with Akers kind of either not playing or being limited, I would still trust Malcolm Brown in getting like that 10 to 12 type carry type role for that team, especially with Akers trying to acclimate himself in the offense, as we saw last week. Have PPR, Woods or Anderson? I would still go with Woods, but that one's very close for me. I would still personally go with Woods there. Buffalo D can make the Jets feel like yeah, it's been tough, but at least you got MVP Allen. Am I right, Mosh? I know you say that all the time in the group chat. If the boys lost it, no, I would rather shave my eyebrows off than cheer on the Eagles. You can quote that as well. Greg Ward or Gage full PPR. I would go with Gage, especially with Julio out. Sit 1 PPR, McKinnon, Parker, Visca, and Boyd. If you have to sit only one there, I would sit Visca, though you're sitting pretty if those are the other options you have. So yeah, but out of those options, I would sit Visca. Shoot, I'm late. Got some cashing up to do questions. Should I flex Ayuk, Lott, Ruggs, or Kelly? I would flex Ayuk there personally. I mean, he looked very good last week. So, yeah, I would go with Ayuk personally. McLaurin, Lamb, Chark, Boyd, full PPR, pick 2. If you're picking 2 out of that, wow, you're stacked for the record. Yeah. I would probably rank them Boyd, McLaurin, Lamb, or Boyd, Chark, McLaurin, Lamb, but like they're probably all in that. Yeah, I would go Boyd Chark, but like they're probably all in the like wide receiver 12 to 18 range for me. So yeah. It's going to pour down rain in Seattle tonight. Does that affect your wide receiver rankings tonight for both teams? Wow, I didn't even notice the weather report for the game. What are your thoughts on that, Bush? It's definitely going to have an impact, but with Russ throwing the ball, I don't think it's like too pertinent to my rankings. Like they're still both going to be like back end top 10 options for me personally. But maybe if you're saying, oh, Calvin Ridley or Tyler Lockett, if you ever have that type of luxury, like okay, but yeah, it'll affect it probably slightly, but not like too significant to really impact your lineup decisions, in my opinion.
Doesn't really affect mine at all.
Yeah. Should we have Chase Edmonds in our lineup against the Jets this week? I would want to know who your other flex options are, Justin. Thanks. No problem, Diego. Ebron or Olsen. Thanks, guys. I would go with Ebron.
Yep.
Fly on Mike Pence's head. Last week he had 10 Tark.
Who's Mike Pence?
The VP candidate in the States for Trump. That's how they know we're Canadian. Drake, Kelly, Gibson, full PPR. Give me Drake. At Gerblers. Okay. So he was basically saying he covers MMA, so that hit him up in case we ever wanted someone to cover that for us. So yeah, I'll just write that down real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're pretty far away from expanding to other sports.
Yeah, for sure. Just keep it in mind for the future, I guess. But right now, we're probably just going to be focusing on fantasy football, and then hopefully,
content or something like that. Then sure. I definitely don't watch MMA very much.
I do.
If there's like a huge like anticipated fight, then I'll watch that. But I'm not a big MMA person.
I watch every single card. So, but just talking about it. Right now, obviously, like we're mostly just fantasy football right now, basically exclusively. But if we get to the point, fingers crossed, within a year or so, and we have enough follower basis to be able to expand, to be able to bring more people on and cover more sports, definitely be open to something like that. But Mosh MVP Allen, it's tough. All comes down to how we play after this week. Very tough schedule ahead for sure, Mosh. Oh man, my team is struggling for the third week. Oh my gosh, wow, damn. Wishing you good luck with that, Alex. Hilton or Brown half PPR. Well, I don't know. I kind of want to know who your other options are because I don't like Hilton this week, and I don't think Brown's going to play.
You have to start Hilton over AJ Brown,
which is gross. But like,
I know, but you have to do it because you have no idea what AJ Brown's like if he's playing or not.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I would want to know who your other options are.
Hilton plays at 4 though, so you might have an answer by 4:00 if the Titans game is happening. But I still wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, can I have a bite of your Sammy Bush?
It's a tradition that I eat on these. So
yeah, I haven't eaten on any of them. I've just been drinking coffee.
No, I'm not eating pizza for the first time.
Let me shave. Oh yeah, and Jerome's like, yeah, if Dallas loses again, you can come join the Bird Gang. There's room for you here. And I said I would rather shave my eyebrows than cheer on the Eagles.
Yeah, so would I.
Oh, come on, Danny. You know my team sucks. That's David. Oh yeah. So he said a question. It said D Moore, and I'm like, what is that? DJ Moore and David Moore?
Oh.
Let me see if I can get back to that for you. Yeah, he's like D Moore. I'm like, oh yeah, if you have DJ Moore, put him in. He's like, it's David. I'd probably personally, the way I would probably do this is put Higgins and Thomas in your flex, and then have Justin Jackson as a contingency plan for Thomas. That's probably your safest option because if Thomas doesn't play and you already start Jackson, you're kind of screwed. Whereas if you have Higgins and Thomas in, and then you find out last second, oh, Thomas isn't playing or Thomas is going to be limited pitch count, then you could substitute last second and put Justin Jackson in. So that's my thought on that. Where was his question? Let me see where we left off here.
Johnson.
I
have
Citus in Hollywood. Who's Citus?
Caius.
Oh, because I have you should be fine there. Between Monday and Thursday, so Saturday would be too late, Mr. He's gonna be in Waterloo, so let's try to link up with him this week.
Oh yeah.
I'll see what my exam is on Thursday, and we could probably do something on maybe like Tuesday. He's wondering if we could do something in Waterloo on Tuesday. to meet up with the Hall man himself.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know. It's a little
Sounds good.
COVID-y right now, but
It's fair. Yeah.
numbers in KW are pretty bad.
Yeah.
They're just as bad as they were like in the prime of like COVID stuff. So I'm kind of like limiting my exposure to like going out seeing friends and shit.
Fair enough. Come Rupa Guelph. Come Rupa Guelph.
I mean, it's still bad there too.
Is it? I haven't even noticed. I've been in my house all the time whenever I'm there. I have Moser and Jacob starting as well. Yeah, you should be good there, Justin. Who do I scoop on waivers? Jackson, Henderson, Brown, Akers, Beasley, or Keenan Cole? In that order, I would go Jackson, Akers, Cole, maybe. And then I'd get into the Henderson, Brown, Beasley. But the top three, in my opinion, are Jackson, Akers, and Cole, personally.
I don't think so.
Who you say?
I'd rather have Henderson than Akers right now.
Really? I think that's kind of bold.
I'd rather have I don't want Keelan Cole at all, too.
I mean, out of those, okay, maybe Henderson over Cole, but other than that, I think Keelan Cole's been sneaky fed, eh? I mean, he's not like someone I'm excited about, but if you have a last second like flex play, I wouldn't mind putting Cole in there because he has been seeing volume.
Waivers, so I don't think anyone's going to claim him.
It's fair. Drake or McKinnon? Give me Drake slightly. It's kind of close. If Mostert's out, it's really close. But if Mostert plays, it's pretty easily Drake, in my opinion. Good luck to everyone. Good luck to you as well. 25. Anderson, Jefferson, Standard League. Thanks for all the help, boys. Anytime. And I would go. I would go with Jefferson percent. I know you go with Robbie.
That's way too bold, dude.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
We could bet on that.
Justin Jefferson. We can't bet on everything.
Why not?
I'll do that bet because you're going to lose it. But.
So what was the other one? Zach versus Ward and Anderson and where is it? Jefferson versus Anderson. Got it. This is Justin Jefferson, bro. Thanks for live stream, fellas. Anytime 25. Come boring games today, I think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to bench Derrick Henry. Who should I flex? Parker for me. Who should I start? Gibson over? No, Taylor. KC defense versus Vegas or versus... No, I would just go with KC, to be honest. I mean, they've actually been playing pretty well on the defensive side so far, so I would feel fine putting them in. You also do a daily fan league or a full fan league next year for prizes. That could definitely be something we do, eh? What are your thoughts on that, Bush?
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's unfortunate that we didn't have a bigger following when we made our listener league.
I know.
Because, like, the majority of the subscribers and, like, the some of you guys now that, like, tune in every week, I'd imagine a lot of you weren't here before that when we were creating the listener league, so that's a little unfortunate.
Agreed. Gibson or Moser full PPR. Give me Gibson. No problem, Sam. Kicks my game. Pick 2. Woods, Gurley, Gibson, half PPR. Give me Woods and Gibson there.
Yeah, I agree.
Would you start Derrick Henry this week or no? I would want to know what your other options are because I don't think that game's going to happen, to be honest.
No, I don't either.
In 2 weeks, Guelph will be shut down again. I hope not, but I could see it happening, Tyler. I mean, let's hope not, though. Start 2, JT, CH, Sanders, Gibson, full PPR. I would go CH and Sanders. What are your thoughts on that?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I'm just rankings real quick.
Start 2, CH, Sanders, JT, Gibson.
So CEH and I would go CEH and Sanders, I guess, but JT is pretty close too.
Yeah, same. I agree. Sorry, I'm just putting a jock market bid. Let me flip the next one. Here, you got this for a second?
Yep. All right. My lineup is Wilson, Juju, Judy, Watkins, Kenyon Drake, CEH, Ali Cox, and Chenault. My entire bench is full of players who aren't going to play. Well, Judy is not going to play either. And he's in your starting lineup. So I would definitely flock to the waiver wire to see if you can pick up any receiver that you can play. So, because Judy isn't going to play in this game. They already postponed it.
Yep.
Okay, Will Fuller or Boyd PPR. That's super freaking close. I currently have Will Fuller 2 spots higher than Boyd. I have Fuller at 14 and Boyd at 16. So I would go with Will Fuller there, but I mean, full PPR does lend itself to Boyd a little bit more, but I
would
go
go Boyd. Thanks for the videos. I think you guys have the best advice analysis. Happy games. Appreciate that as well. Again, glad seeing you as well. Jay Jiven here as well. Heat and no. I'm a Lakers fan. Screw off with that. Lakers in 6 for Kobe.
Once
Lakers
the Raptors got out, I could care. Actually, sorry. Once Jamal Murray got out, I was like, because Jamal Murray's from my hometown, so I'm like, I was cheering for Jamal Murray, but like, yeah, no, fucking, I don't care about the Lakers or the Heat right now.
Relax. Wait 1 sec. Closeout game, y'all.
Ew.
Closeout game, y'all.
Why don't you cheer for the Raptors like every other Canadian?
Because when I started watching basketball, Kobe was my favorite player. So
and Vince Carter wasn't.
I was too young for the Vince Carter kind of era.
So you got what? Friggin' Andrea Bargnani era.
Yeah, no, that's basically the era when I started watching basketball in Toronto. So like the 2006 area.
The first game I ever went to was Sixers and Raptors, and it was AI versus Carter, and it was sick.
Sure. Should I start Michael Thomas if he doesn't play, or start Juju? Start Juju.
Yeah, just start Juju.
Yeah. This our questions got you to bet twice. I'm with Dave. Let's go. Me and C. Spencer are on the winning side here. I'm kidding. We don't know.
Who did they take over Jefferson again? Fuller?
Anderson.
Anderson. Okay.
Yeah. I would keep McKinnon because the way he's been playing. I would
keep McKinnon as well, but I think both are good stashes. So if you're able to get Edmonds some other way, I would try and do that.
Agreed. I'm gonna make a couple more jock market. Wow, everybody's bidding up on Cobb right now. This is insane.
Really? He's the undervalued guy.
Yeah. I'm setting my share count. Let's go 20. Thanks. Love what y'all boys doing. Appreciate that, Kicks. Everybody's buying Cobb. Do I start Hurst over Jonnu? Yeah, I would. Knowing the uncertainty of the game.
No one's out me on my chat yet.
Nuggets, bro. And then he's engrossed in my jersey. Yeah, you know what?
Why are you putting that on? It's nasty. Who is even on that? Who's on that? Oh, you don't have your headset on. Who's even on that jersey?
Anthony Davis.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot.
My Kobe one's still in Guelph. Feels bad.
Yeah. I get a bandwagon in the chat, Tyler says. Yeah. I mean, if you haven't noticed, Danny cheers for all the nationally televised teams, the Lakers, the Cowboys, the Habs for hockey, the what are you, Red Sox fan? Like, how about you pick a team? How about you cheer for the Blue Jays, the Raptors, the Leafs? Like, all your hometown teams have sports teams. Like, I can tell you right now, if an NFL team came to Toronto, I would abandon the Bucks and cheer for my
I don't think I'd be that gutty to do that.
I would do it. I'd probably not abandon them. I'd still cheer for them, but I would also very much cheer for the hometown team.
It's fair.
Better yet, the Bucks could be moved to Toronto. Then I don't have to switch teams.
Let's go Lakers. Finish it for Kobe. Yes, sir, Alex. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Marquise. Wait.
Brown?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd go with Marquise. Oh, that was earlier. His earlier question. Let me see if I can find it. Sorry. I'll get you in a second, Lance. Let me see if I can find it. It was pretty while ago. Let me know if you can find it.
He said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll go with.
Higgins,
Samuel,
Marquise Brown.
Samuel and Marquise. This guy Bush said Bargnani.
Yeah. I mean, Bargnani was the best player on the Raptors for a couple of years, which is terrible. So,
Italian boy, there you go.
I mean, I guess we had Bosch at that time too. Still, but either way, that was a dark time of Raptors basketball.
Yeah, I love it. No, I'm kidding. What happened to the Patriots and Titans? Yeah, I don't.
Go up to the full PPR flex running back Henry McKinnon. Anderson.
Cover the questions for a second. I gotta adjust my rankings, dude.
All right. Full PPR flex, running back Henry, McKinnon, Henderson. I had Barkley and Henry beginning of season. So you can only flex one. Derrick Henry. He's in your lineup. Oh, fuck yeah. He's in that game. I'm going with McKinnon then.
At least it's not a Cowboys.
What happened to the Patriots and the Titans? The Patriots game got canceled or postponed or whatever, so you can't start any Patriots or Broncos. And then the Titans game has not been officially canceled yet, but it probably will be, based on the fact that a Titans coach tested positive for COVID this morning. So I'd imagine that game's going to get postponed also. And I have no idea how they're going to handle it. If I were them, I would just give the Titans the L and give the Bills the W, so that way you don't disrupt the schedule as much. But I don't know. We'll see what they do.
Here, let me click the next one for you. Sorry about that.
How do you feel about starting the Browns defense? I don't mind it. I think Rivers is a turnover-prone quarterback, and it's a pretty easy matchup in terms of like what the Browns defense has to go up against. Like your biggest threat's freaking T.Y. Hilton. Like I also think the Browns defense have some ball hawks and stuff on there. So, and Myles Garrett's good for a strip sack every single game, it seems like. So I think you'll get some good points out of the Browns defense this week. Jerome said, at least it's not a Cowboys jersey. Yeah, I mean, Cowboys suck, and so do
Relax.
So 1-3, you're terrible franchises. Anyway,
you lost to the Bears,
huh?
You lost to the Bears.
Yeah, I know we lost to the Bears. It's because Nick Foles owns Tom Brady, and we also decided, maybe kill the refs' wives before that game. I don't know what else they had against us, but they had some stuff against us. Heat and 7 for show.
So relax. Who said that?
Kicks my game.
Oh, relax.
Tyler Moss. Throw a little shout out there. The Lakers suck. Yeah, they do. Lucky. LOL. Yeah, Michigan also is a very overhyped franchise. You just liked overhyped franchises. That's what it is.
No.
Definitely. NBA champs, baby. Let's go. NBA champs after tonight. For the record, if Danny Green could hit an open shot, we would be NBA champs already. So
yeah,
I was screaming when I saw that. Dude, okay. First of all,
Danny Green got outplayed by Fred VanVleet all playoffs last year. So.
Hey, because Danny Green is trash. I still hate that contract. He's a good defender. People say he's a quote-unquote elite three-point shooter. What? Elite three-point shooters don't hit 35% from three on mostly just open shots. Danny Green, you have a wide open shot to win the NBA Finals. How can you barely graze the front of the rim?
Tyler's got you right there. Danny cheers for all the teams with the worst fan bases. That is a fact.
Relax.
That is a fact right there. Anyone, like the only worst team, like if you're a Bruins fan, I would 100% agree with that take. But the Habs are a pretty bad fan base too. So, I mean,
yeah, agreed with. I know I'm in some pretty toxic fan bases. Danny cheers for all the teams with the worst. Oh yeah, Danny can't read in the chat. Should I pick up Randall Coddington? Randall Cobb?
Randall Cobb?
I don't mind that.
Like, is that what you're asking?
Randall Cunningham? How the fuck did you get Barkley and Henry?
Yeah,
I have CM.
Also fact.
I have CMC and fucking Barkley on one team, but I got it after Barkley was hurt. So, should I play Kobe or OBJ? Always Kobe. All right, that was good. That's good.
I would play neither of them in fantasy football.
Yeah.
Gage or Debo, I would go with Debo. There.
Super Bowl predictions. So the Dallas Cowboys. No, I'm kidding.
It's going to be the Packers.
I think it's going to be the Seahawks Chiefs. Let's get a nice Russell Wilson versus Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl. Who says no?
If we get like a NFC Championship that's like Packers Seahawks and like another like miracle happens.
Yeah, agreed. First merch said, oh, yeah, facts. Yeah, we'll definitely be having to make some merch for y'all soon.
Friggin' Lamb.
CD freaking Lamb. Number 5 on my big board. The Titans.
News from Crocamon Rappaport here.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. If you guys haven't checked out the Discord already, you have to check out because Crocamon's giving those daily updates straight from the Rappaport. I mean, this guy gets the news like nothing.
Rip Rappaport, he got suspended.
I know, Rip Rappaport. He's taking over for Rappaport. There you go.
Yeah.
He put
Jonnu and Allen back in his lineup. I'm still not willing to do it.
No, I wouldn't. Relax, Notorious.
I'm not playing Jonnu Smith. I'll just play Logan Thomas and hope for the best.
Same.
Yeah, relax, Notorious. Take it easy with that. I know you guys just got off your live, but settle down over there.
All right.
So I just put, I still don't feel comfortable. Always Kelsey.
Yeah, Kelsey.
Ayuk or Ruggs? Ayuk. Y'all ready? I'm always ready for some football and some basketball tonight. Boys, we're ready.
Harry Underwood's voice.
My bad autocorrect is dumb. Danny Green has a dead shot tattoo. Yeah, facts. Dude, did you see him walking into the arena? He freaking had A Boogie playing off his phone speaker. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's how you know he's gonna miss that shot. Link to Discord. Here, drop the link real quick. What do y'all think? That was close. The 2014 championship between the Seahawks and the Packers. I think that was a touchdown, to be honest.
Yeah,
Seahawks,
I mean the Bucs are going to win the Super Bowl anyway, so it doesn't
relax.
matter. Once we're going to have like a, I could totally see us having like a 3-3 start to the season. We lose to the Packers next week, and then we just go on like an 8-game winning streak and win like 13 games.
Sounds good. Yeah, Lakers Nation 24. Let's get it.
Brutal.
I love it. I love that. Wait, no more trading. Okay, so I have. Damn, I didn't get to spend 68 of my bucks, but I have. Do I have no Dalvin Cook shares now? What? Damn, I didn't get my Dalvin Cook shares. Feels bad.
Hate to see it.
Let me see if I can quickly.
Stephon Diggs or OBJ. I would just play OBJ there. I don't trust that the game's actually going to get played. Never thought I would say OBJ over Stephon Diggs, but OBJ over Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, same.
Shout out COVID for making that a possibility.
Facts.
All right, it's 1 p.m. and Scott Hansen's about to say 7 hours of commercial-free football.
We're going to head out, boys. Take it easy. Go Lakers tonight. Championship.
Not happening.
All right. Take it easy, y'all.
See ya.